Lil Durk was born on October 19, 1992. Lil Durk had to shoulder much responsibility at a very young age because his father was incarcerated when he was 7 months old. Lil Durk recalled that there were times when he did not have enough food in his home when he was younger. He started his first breakthrough social media channel after dropping out of high school. Soon after joining, he began to get into trouble with the law as well as served a bit of time. In October 2011, he was hit with gun charges, including possession of a firearm with a defaced serial number. He later pleaded guilty to a reduced charge of aggravated unauthorized use of a weapon, according to court records. In 2013, Lil Durk was arrested again with a loaded .50 caliber handgun in Englewood on an early Wednesday morning after he threw the gun into his vehicle, unlocking it afterwards. Chicago police gained a warrant to search the vehicle, found the loaded handgun, and arrested the rapper without incident. During a recent Instagram live stream, Lil Durk responded to a fan who suggested the rapper always be looking scared in photos and videos. Joined by his fiancée India Royale, Durk streamed to his fans on Friday, April 29th, and fielded some questions. At one point during the stream, he read out loud a comment that said, "You always be looking scared." After taking a brief moment, Durk replied, "That's when I became a real firm believer that looks can be deceiving." He laughed, turned to his fiancée, and joked that he often looks lost or nervous. "But you know, like I know? You know what happened in that house?" he added. India appeared to be confused by his comments, but it seems as though he was specifically referring to an incident involving people who invaded his Atlanta home last year. The rapper and India both reportedly exchanged gunfire with Dat Piff. In December 2012, Durk released the track, called L's Anthem, which was remixed, featuring French Montana, as a re-release. 2013-2015 signing to OTF and Def Jam Recordings and signed to The Streets. Due to the popularity of L's Anthem and its follow-up single, This Ain't What You Want, in 2013, Durk accepted a joint venture deal with his collective Only the Family and Def Jam Recordings. After a small number of delays, Durk's fourth mixtape signed to The Streets was released on October 14, 2013, exclusively on Dat Piff. It features 2 guest appearances from former Glow Gang affiliate Lil Reese, along with production credits from Paris Bueller and Young Chop, among others. 8 music videos were released to promote the mixtape: Bars Pint, 2, Oh My God, 100 Rounds, This Ain't What You Want, Bang Bros, Traumatized, Hittas, and Times. Signed to The Streets would later be named the 8th best mixtape of 2013 by Rolling Stone. On October 22, 2013, in an interview with XXL, Lil Durk said he was working on his debut album under Def Jam. Also, Durk was named part of the 2014 50 freshman class. On July 7, 2014, Durk released his 5th mixtape, the sequel to Signed to The Streets. Lil Durk released his 2nd album, Lil Durk 2X, on July 22, 2016. Previous Chop Squad DJ, Donis Beats, DP Beats, Leak, Kid Wonder, London on Dot Track, Ty Made It, and Young Chop. The mixtape was supported by the single, Baller. On December 7, 2016, Durk's single, Like Me, from his debut studio album, Remember My Name, was certified gold by the RIAA. Throughout 2017, Durk released several mixtapes: Love Songs for the Streets in February, Super Vultures, a collaborative mixtape with Lil Reese, in August, Signed to The Streets 2.5 in October, and Bluedis, a collaborative mixtape with T Grizzly, in December. On March 29, 2018, Durk announced his 12th mixtape would be released the next day at midnight and his first mixtape to be released for digital retail, Just Cause YLL Waited. That same time, he also wished Def Jam Recordings the best of luck while revealing that he had quarantined his contract with the label. Finally, the following day after he left Def Jam, Durk, now a free agent, released Just Cause YLL Waited exclusively on Apple Music and the iTunes Store. Just Cause YLL Waited had since been available for stream or download on other platforms. The mixtape has since become Durk's first non-album project to peak on a Billboard chart, charting at numbers 57 on the Billboard 200, 28 on the top R&B hip-hop albums chart, and 22 on the rap albums chart, respectively. Durk has also announced a collaborative project with 808 Mafia producer D. Durkio Crazy, which is yet to be released. As of July 27, 2018, Durk announced that he signed to Alamo Records and Interscope Records and released his third studio album Signed to the Streets 3 on November 9, 2018 under Alamo Interscope. It features guest appearances from Young Dolph, Gunna, A Boogie Wit Da Hoodie, Future, Kevin Gates, Lil Baby, Lil Skies, TK Kravitz, and Ty Dolla $ign. Love Songs for the Streets 2, Lil Durk's fourth studio album, was released on August 2, 2019, serving as a sequel to his 2017 mixtape Love Songs for the Streets. It features guest appearances from 21 Savage, A Boogie Wit Da Hoodie, Key Glock, King Von, Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj. The album peaked at number 4 on the Billboard 200 in the United States. His fifth album, Just Cause YALL Waited 2, followed on May 8, 2020. The album contains his second highest charting song, Three-Headed Goat, featuring Polo G and Lil Baby. It debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200. A deluxe edition of the album was released on June 26, 2020, with 7 additional tracks, helping the album climb to a new peak of number 2 on the Billboard 200. On August 14, 2020, Lil Durk was featured on Drake's single, Laugh Now Cry Later, which serves as the lead single to the latter's upcoming 6th studio album, Certified Lover Boy, 2021. It debuted at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Durk's first top 40 and top 10 entry, and his highest charting song. On September 7, 2020, Durk confirmed that his upcoming 6th studio album would be titled The Voice, hinting at an October 2020 release. The album is preceded by the single of the same name. He initially stated he would release new music on the same day as rapper 6ix9ine's second studio album, Tattletales, amid their feud. He released the title track of the album that day. Throughout his childhood, his father, Dante Banks, Sr., had been serving 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole, with no disclosed details. He has a younger brother, Dante Banks Jr. He has 6 children, and is currently in a relationship with Vanessa Hudgens. On May 31, 2014, Durk's cousin, rapper MacArthur, OTF Nunu, Swindle, was murdered. Then, on March 27, 2015, Achena, OTF Chino Dalla, Agena, Durk's friend and manager was also shot dead. On November 6, 2020, Lil Durk's childhood friend King Von was murdered in Atlanta. In 2011, Banks was arrested on a weapon charge and sentenced to 3 months in jail. He was later released on bond, only to be sent back to serve 87 more days. On June 5, 2013, Banks was arrested after allegedly throwing a loaded .40 caliber handgun into his car when police approached him on South Green Street in Chicago. He was charged with unlawful use of a weapon by a felon. He was held on $100,000 bond, and his lawyer would claim to have 9 affidavits from witnesses who confirmed Durk's innocence. One witness also admitted the gun was his. Banks was released on July 18, 2013. On September 4, 2015, hours before a scheduled concert performance at the Theater of Living Arts in Center City, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a shootout occurred, leaving Durk's tour bus damaged by gunfire and 1 man dead during the scene. Durk was not arrested or questioned by police. On August 19, 2016, he was cleared of disregarding probation when he was arrested on felony gun charges. The judge dropped the charges. Durk was involved in a rivalry between Chief Keef and rival gangster disciple Joseph, Lil Jojo, Coleman. After Glow Gang affiliate Lil Reese offended his gang set, The Brick Squad, not to be confused with rapper Gucci Mane's label, Jojo responded with the diss track, BDK 300K, calling out a vast majority of gang members, most namely Keef, Reese and Durk. The feud ended in tragedy after Lil Jojo was shot and killed on September 5, 2012. After signing, respectively, with Universal Music's sister labels, Def Jam Recordings and Interscope Records, social and personal problems between Durk and Chief Keef's label, Glow Gang, began to develop in late 2012. After a social media exchange, Durk disassociated himself from Keef's label. Then, a spawn of diss songs followed, even for Durk in particular. His remix to Nicki Minaj's Chirek, with Meek Mill and Shy Glizzy. There, he not only calls out Keef, but also mentions Lil Reese, The Game, Tygay, King L and the Gangster Disciples. He even calls Keef disrespectful for turning his back on their friendship for Tyga and The Game's own remix of Chirek. In the midst of Keef's then ongoing beef with rap group Migos, Durk shouted out the group in support to humiliate Keef. However, in August 2014, as Keef was on the verge of losing his Interscope record deal, Durk decided to mend his differences with him and just squash the feud. After Durk dissed King L on his Chirek remix, L would respond to both him and Keef, calling their feud a whack movie trailer comparison. However, this ended up short-lived as King L called his debacle with Durk a big mistake. Durk's feud with California rappers The Game and Tyga ignited in 2014 after releasing their remix to Nicki Minaj's Chirek, called Chirek to L. Other than Durk being called out was 40 Glock, Compton Menace and Waka Flocka Flame. This urged Durk and The Game both to respond by heated exchanges socially. After Durk threatened to holla at Tyga, he went to sexually boast about having an affair with Game's ex-fiancée, Tiffany Cambridge. However, during the 2016 BET Awards, Durk also admitted that he was still rockin' with Dex. Musician Lil Mr. also alleged a collaborative project between the two rappers was in development. In the spring of 2016, after Tay 600 was accused of testifying against fellow Black disciples Rhonda Numbanine, CDAI and Dro 600 in their murder trials as an eyewitness, he was kicked out of his gang set, the Team 600, and was also dropped from Only the Family. However, Tay 600 denied snitching on his former friends and blamed the entire ordeal on Durk, as he responded with a music video for his song, Pressure, as well as a mixed-up, The Truth, released that February. After dissing Tay 600 at a live venue, Durk also released a remix to Meek Mill's We Ball, with Tay's former friend, Booka 600. Infuriated of the fact that his ex-friend collaborated with a rival, Tay 600 responded with his own remix of We Ball, calling Durk's collective Only the Family fags. The feud resurfaced later in September 2017, after Tay 600 criticized his former gang members for not helping him. He also bragged that he was involved in a short-lived sexual relationship with the mother of two of Durk's 3 children. Durk was in the middle of controversy after a song by J. Cole, Everybody Dies, was released in late November, days before his 4th studio album, For Your Eyes Only, was released on December 9, 2016. The lyric on the song cited, Lil Whatever just another short bus rapper fake drug dealers turned tour bus trappers, with many speculating that this could be aimed at Durk, Lil Yachty and Lil Uzi Vert. It is unclear whether if it is a diss or vice versa, as neither Durk or Cole responded to the track nor one another.